What is up, everybody? We are live at the Amiibo News offices, which is code for my own personal office in my home. How's everybody doing? We're going to get started here in just a minute or two. We're just going to go ahead and get Toon Link opened up and ready to go. Kind of how this works in general, when we first start these live streams, we want to make sure that everybody can hear and everybody can see before we get everything officially started. So if you're having any issues with hearing anything or seeing anything, let me know. If the music's too loud, that can be fixed pretty quick. What is up, everybody? We are live at the Amiibo News office. All right, so we're just going to get this bad boy opened right away. So, excuse me, I'm just going to reach my big old hands in here, and we're going to try to open Toon Link up as gently as possible. So some people want to know where we got this thing. So I was lucky enough to head over to a Toys R Us on my lunch break, pretty much right when they were getting these things onto the shelves. So I got super lucky in getting one right away. Alright. So yep, there he is. Again, if anybody's having any difficulty hearing me or saying any or seeing anything, let me know. Alright, we're going to get this thing started. To give you an idea of what we're doing, let me just move this over here. We are going to be doing a Shadow Link. So, dark face, white, gray hair, kind of like a grayish like undershirt under his tunic, black tunic, and then red eyes. We think his mouth is going to be the most difficult thing to actually get done because it's very, very fine, but we're going to do the best we can. I know a couple people said it's hard to hear. This happens once in a while during the live stream, so best to speak up as much as I can. So I also got some music going on here in the background. If at any point you guys want to hear any requests, I'm trying to stick to some Zelda music right now. I'm just going to move that window over here. Shoot me a request for a song. I'll do my best to play it. Alright, let's get this bad boy started. So, one thing you might know if you've seen these paintings done in the past with us at Amiibo News, I don't do the painting because if I do the painting, I completely muck it up. So my wife is with me. Her name's Sarah. She's going to be doing most of the painting. I'm going to be doing most of the talking. So again, if you have any questions or anything, by all means, put it up in chat, and we'll do our best to get an answer to you. So what are we starting with?
Then we're just going to start with the tunic and the boots, the black.
Alright, so we're going to start with the tunic and the boots. We're going black on both of those.
Hat.
Oh, the hat, excuse me. So,
Is the hat also the same color?
yeah, hat's same color as the tunic. So I'm going to try to get the speakers a bit closer to the mic so you guys can hear the music. Alright, so we are starting. I'm just going to give you guys a rundown of what we're using here. So we use acrylic paints. It's really the easiest paints to use. One of the reasons why we use acrylics, number one, they're cheap. And number two, if you mess up with acrylic paints, it's not all that difficult to fix it up. All you really have to do is, once it's dried, you take a X-Acto knife, you can use your fingernail, and you can generally get the paint off pretty easily. So we are going right in on his hat. Some might say it's a cap. Funny story, last time we did one of these, we had some music like super faintly playing in the background, and we actually got a copyright notice from Nintendo, which kind of sucked, but it is. How's the music on your side? And just a heads up, guys, we have probably about a 30-second delay. Not sure why. We did our best to try to fix that. And we actually in the chat right now, you see I'm not sure if it's pronounced Evil OS, Evilus. I've been calling it like Evil OS, like kind of like an evil operating system. But either way, depending on how you pronounce that, he is in chat right now. So he is the guy that made the absolute insane Samus custom that I posted yesterday. So if you have any questions for him, he might be available to answer some of those for you today. We have an interview coming up with him on our website. It's myamiibonews.com. That's going to be up, I'm hoping, tomorrow evening. It should be tomorrow evening. So I heard some people wanting some Wind Waker music, so I'm going to hunt for that here real quick. My processor's kind of struggling a bit. I'm not sure why. We're using a Core i7, so I'm kind of surprised that it's struggling to keep up here. Hat's coming along pretty well already. There we go. Look at this. We'll put the soundtrack on. So yeah, we do have the reference pick up from... Okay, Evil Loss. Evil Loss. I like that. So yeah, we have a reference pickup from Brawl. That's the one we're really going to be going with for this one. It's our favorite one by far. Honestly, it's going to be a bit easier for us to get done too, so... Hey, Darius, I appreciate that. You know, we're hoping not to fail, but who knows, we might. So I'm actually turning the autofocus off right now on this. And I'm going to try to get this in a little bit more focus for you guys. Yeah, that's a lot more focused. So his hat's already coming along pretty nice. It's really smooth, and that's really what we were hoping for. Just getting a tweet sent out right now that we're live, so you might have a bit of silence on your end here. go. So I need you guys to help me out the most here, letting me know if the camera's in focus, if the camera's out of focus. On my side, I'm showing the camera looks great. I'm hoping you guys are seeing the same thing. We're doing a 1080p stream, so if for any reason things do look a little kind of wonky, make sure that you're set up to 1080p for the stream. We have a question, what kind of brush that we're using. I think the scientific term for it is a paintbrush. I have no idea what kind of brush we're using. Do you have any idea what kind of brush we're using? It's a small brush.
I don't know what the brand name is.
So we bought it at Michael's.
Paintbrush.
In the paintbrush section at your local paintbrush dealer. It's a very, very fine brush. And I don't mean fine by just a good brush. I picked out the brushes that we have specifically for 3 different reasons. We have a very, and that's going to be for like painting bigger spots, and then we have a very, very fine brush, and that's going to be for like getting in the nooks and crannies of these things. If you've ever painted an Amiibo in the past, or even like any other kind of action figure, there's super, super tiny pieces of the the exterior of it that can get paint stuck into it, and you don't want. But yeah, so far so good. The hat is super, super smooth, which I'm actually really, really excited about. So the brush was only like, I think like a buck $1.50, $2. Thank you, Evilus. Evilus. I keep wanting to say like Legolas. So I thought about trying to find 4 Toon Link figures and doing like the 4 swords, like red, blue, purple, green. I thought that would kind of make me a bit of a dick, though, if I bought 4 of them. So I don't think I'm going to be selling this Amiibo. The customs that we do kind of mean a bit to us. We paint, like I said before, and you can pretty easily scrape those off, which is not the greatest thing. So if I did sell one, I'd feel pretty bad if for any reason some of the paint got chipped off of it. Just gonna get up here for a second. We have a couple of our customs that I'm gonna set behind real quick. Just for a second. Just move your hand for a sec. So let me adjust the focus here. So we have our USA Mario and our Mr. L Luigi that we did. Those were our last 2 custom Amiibos that we did. I might put some of these up for sale at some point, and if I do, I'll let you guys know. I'm gonna move those back out of the way and then get the focus back on her. You're good. There we go. So I'm actually pretty excited. I'm actually pretty excited the custom that Evilas did. I actually bought one, so that's going to be coming soon, which is pretty exciting. Yeah, so we're going to be doing an interview with him. Like I said, at some point, I'm thinking tomorrow evening. I should have the link posted on our website, so check that out if you want to know a little bit more about how he does what he does, and like some pictures of his work. And then obviously once I get the Amiibo that he painted, I'll be posting lots and lots of pictures of that too. But yeah, the Mr. L amiibo that we did was actually really fun to do. It's actually kind of a blast. And by fun to do, I should say my wife did most of it and I talked through it, but it came out really good. So if you guys haven't seen that in the past, stand by here for 1 second. I'm just going to go to my channel. And I'm going to play the speed painting of it. So you guys can kind of see that in your upper view here. And this is going to kind of take you through what we did to the Luigi amiibo. So we did the same process before. We started kind of painting Luigi's mask on, making him look a bit angry, and then we painted the L logo black. We actually made his scarf out of felt. I haven't seen any custom Mr. L amiibo that actually used like real fabric. Yeah, this is like some next level Inception stuff right now. But yeah, I think we were the first people to actually use felt for Mr. L. If there's really an interest to buy any of these amiibo, by all means, just let us know. I mean, we wouldn't be charging an arm and a leg or anything for them. We really just enjoy doing this process. Yeah, Link's looking pretty good there right now. So if any of you are new to Amiibo News or the channel, so first, welcome. Thank you for watching us. We have a blast doing this. So we're going to be doing more and more of these throughout the summer. When Wave 4 comes out, we're going to have an absolute blast with this stuff. If you haven't, feel free to subscribe to us on YouTube. So just hit the subscribe button right now that's on the screen. We have a Twitter account, and that is at Amiibo News. We just launched our website, which is myamiibonews.com, because some monster took amiibonews.com, I think, to try to sell it back to me. But yeah, it's myamiibonews.com. So yeah, it's going to be a Shadow Link. Yeah, we'll I'll update the site and our Twitter page if we do end up deciding to sell Mr. L. I have a couple other ones too. We did a Fierce Deity Link. We did a Fire Flower Princess Peach. We did a Gravity Suit Samus. So I'll put those in the here real quick too. 1 sec. So you can kind of get an idea of what those look like now from the background. So Gravity Suit was actually a little bit more complicated than I thought it would be. Fierce Deity Link was a pain in the royal behind to get done. Yeah, Fierce Deity was the first one we did. That took us, what, 3.5 hours to do? All of these videos are up on our page right now, on our YouTube channel. We have... In many cases, we have like the entire painting video, which is like 2 to 3 hours. And then we also have the speed painting too, so. So once we have the tunic done, I'm just going to take a quick break on it, and then I'll show you guys a little bit of I'll give you some more detail on the custom amiibo. I'll give you a close-up from it. Oh, that's awesome. Cool. So Evilas said that he's our custom amiibos were the first ones that he saw when he started doing it. That's actually really cool. We definitely weren't the first people to do painting of amiibos, but I think we have the most fun doing it. That means something. So like my favorite song from Wind Waker is on right now. I'm gonna kind of crank it up. It's called Grandma. I don't know why, but anytime I play Wind Waker and I see the grandma like talking to Link about like going on his adventure, it reminds me of my grandma. She's like so cute and like frail and tiny, and yeah, good feels. So we're getting pretty far on this already. Where would you say we are? Yeah, this Pirates theme reminds me of Groos's theme from Skyward Sword. In fact, I don't know why, but I get them mixed up a lot. So if you don't know, I'm gonna just move the camera here for just a second. I am a bona fide Zelda fanatic. That's one of the reasons I'm excited to do the Toon Link painting. Actually went out looking for some kind of like firm dates on Wave 4, so I hit up a GameStop in my area, and instead of finding anything about Amiibos, I actually found this guy today. So GameStop started selling like this really amazing Twilight Princess statue. This is my part of my Zelda collection, by the way. It's 4 stories tall. There's a whole nother video about that though. It's alright. So I'm officially ready to start taking some Zelda music requests. So somebody asked me again what kind of paints we use. We use acrylic paints. It's nothing too fancy. I'm sure it's not as good as, yeah, I mean, they're cheap paints. I'm sure they're nowhere near as good as some of the better painters that are probably either watching or have done these in the past. What's up, Seal64? That's awesome, man. So yeah, the stream is delayed, so Seal64, I'm kind of referring to your comments about watching the streams. Alright, Dragon Roost Island is up next. Oh yeah, so we're pretty much done with the cap and so I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a break from the painting, and I'm gonna show you a couple people the custom amiibos that we did. I'm just gonna line them up here. I'm actually gonna go in order of when we painted them. This was our first one. It's our first one, and it's probably the worst one I did. I think it's probably the worst because I actually had the most in it. So I kind of messed things up a bit, but it actually came out pretty decent. But that's our Fierce Deity Link. We went with the original Majora's Mask feel instead of like using the Smash Brothers feel. Then we did Gravity Suit Samus, which is here. So I mean nothing for purples and blues. This was probably the easiest one we did, and this is Fireflower Peach. Again, just acrylic paints, nothing too fancy. USA Mario. This one was probably the most fun to do. The cap especially was pretty fun to actually do. It looks like a peppermint. We really screwed the hat up at first, so we had to go back and fix that. And the last one is Mr. L. Luigi that we did. Again, we have the felt handkerchief, bandana, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, those are our customs. All right, we're just painting. One sec, we're going to adjust the camera. There we go. All right. Let me know if you guys can still hear the music and the see the paint. So we're about 30 minutes into this live stream. I'd probably say we're about a quarter of the way done. This is going to be probably a more time-consuming live stream. So somebody asked about the if we have any other. Oh, did the camera just swerve? Hang on. If we have any other plans for custom amiibos, I do. I want to do a pink pit. I don't know why I want to do a pink pit, but I do. And then we're going to be doing some Wave 4. I have a goal of doing a shiny Charizard. Maybe even a Mega Charizard. That'd be really cool to do. So we'll have to wait for Wave 4 to come out. Oh, yeah. I don't think I've even announced that one yet. Yeah, whatever. We can announce it. So we're going to be doing a really cool custom amiibo that's probably going to be the most complex one that we've ever done. And that's going to be a Captain Toad Treasure Tracker Toad. So we're going to buy a Toad amiibo. We're going to build it a backpack. We're going to paint it the colors that it is. Build it a headlamp. So yeah, that's probably going to be the most fun one that we're going to do. Oh yeah, I think some people are asking what that thing in the background is. Is it this thing? This ball? Morph ball? So that's a morph ball from the Metroid figure that I got. So I got a Samus figure from Japan, and it came with that morph ball. Oh, no. I know what you guys are talking about. Yeah, the thing in the background is... I got that from the Tokyo Pokemon Center. That... Yeah. Our balloon Pikachu. So if you guys are bored and have absolutely nothing to do, we have a room tour video in our on our YouTube channel. So I think it's called Nintendo Room Tour. So look at that. It's going to give you a tour of pretty much the entire room. It shows you all the Pokemon stuff. This room is really a Nintendo room. We have a full-size Mario Brothers arcade cabinet in here. We have every Nintendo console that's ever come out in here. So it's a Nintendo lover's stream, really. Alright, I'm getting Wind Waker off. So let's go with some Twilight Princess music. It's a little darker. But, you know, it's Shadow Link. It's gotta be dark. So, Twilight Princess came out when I was a sophomore in college. And I remember I waited for the Wii outside of a Best Buy for 2 solid days. Got Twilight Princess, came home, and like played it like to death. That was the game I ever 100%ed, which was amazing. But yeah, this is going to bring me back to that. You know, Darius, I'm not sure. I can't remember. Possibly. You don't want to know the question. One of the guys on the chat asked a very personal question about this room. You guys are great. Yeah, I'm kind of old. I'm 29. Yeah, somebody said you were a sophomore in college when the Wii came out. Damn, you're old.
Oh, thanks.
I'm not that old. 29? It's not that old. I am not 30 yet.
You think I should do the eyes too? Since it's
Yeah, so we're going to paint over the eyes. It's going to look kind of funny because we're not going to do the red part of the eye for a bit. Alright, I'm jumping this Skyward Sword now. So we might do a Balloon Pikachu amiibo would be really cool, to be honest. So that would be something that I would consider doing for sure. So it depends. I buy 2 of each of the ones that I actually want to have out of the packaging. So I will buy 2 of each of all of the Zelda ones. Anything that is Zelda related, I'll buy each. So I have one in the package, one out of the package. And then all the Mario ones, I want to have 1 of each. But some of the more obscure characters, like, I don't know. I don't really care about having an extra Fox or an extra Donkey Kong or Diddy Kong. I'm content having just those in the box. So we're done with the tunic, we're done with the boots, we're done with his cap. He is getting some serious black eyes right now. So yeah, somebody said that we need to invest in like some 0-0 brushes. So yeah, that might be something we do. So this is kind of a fun thing for my wife and I to do. Yeah, doing the painting thing has always been something that I've wanted to do with like figures and Amiibo in general. So Amiibo News wife has joined the brawl. Yeah. You're probably not going to hear a lot from her. You're going to hear more from me, I'm sure. But yeah, let's check. Look at these creepy dead eyes, man. Yeah. So we're getting actually the red out right now. So you're going to be seeing the red eyes going on. I think this part's going to be probably one of the most tricky parts of this whole process. So my favorite of Wave 3 so far... Hang on, I'm gonna move Bowser from this camera, because I think he's, like, messing up the focus. I really like Bowser. So, Bowser is huge, he is heavy, and he's super detailed, so he has to be my favorite so far. Second favorite, I guess, would be Sheik. Sheik's pretty sweet. So somebody asked, what happens if we mess up? So the short answer to that is, if we mess up, we generally are going to have to, like, scrape the paint off. Now, if there's more seasoned painters, you might be saying that's a terrible idea, you need to use this product. That's what we've done, so... Can the morph ball fit in Bowser's hand? I doubt it. You know what? Screw it. I'll try. Why not? Is it, like, having a hard time staying on? Oop, that's Pikachu. So, the scientific answer to that is no, the morph ball does not fit in Bowser's hand. You know, I don't know if I'm going to do a Rosalina custom. Number one, I have no idea her scarcity, so I don't want to paint the only one I have of her. If I can get more than two, because I'm giving a Rosalina away. I'm not sure if most of you know that, but we're going to be doing a Rosalina giveaway. Get out of there, Pikachu. So if I can end up getting 3 Rosalinas, I might consider doing a painting, but I don't want to take all the Rosalinas from a store. So the eyes might not look great until the paint dries, because we're going to have to put a second coat on them. Maybe a third, possibly a fourth. I'm really excited for Mega Man to come out, too. I hope they have enough of them, because I'd like to get a bunch of Mega Man and paint him all the different colors. I'm sure that's going to be done to death. So I know that some Target stores are getting that many. I just don't know if mine is going to have that many. I sure hope so. So we're still getting the red on the eyes right now. It's proving to be a little bit more difficult. So yeah, and I'm hearing too that the whole store exclusive thing for Wave 3 is a timed thing. I chatted with Newegg and I chatted with Amazon, and both of them said that they at least had some sort of like listing for them on their site. Take that with a grain of salt. I can't imagine Nintendo would allow Rosalina not to be like readily available though, especially that she's in Mario Party. Oh, they said the trick is to lay down white first. That is good advice. So one thing about our stream for our painting, we are not professional painters. We never said we were professional painters. We don't want to be known as professional painters. I think we do a decent job with our custom amiibos, but we are very much novices at this. So I was at GameStop today. The only information they told me on Wave 4 is that they don't have it in their system yet. So I have no clue when we're going to be getting Wave 4 information. I'm sure when we do, though, when Wave 4 info comes out, I'm going to be posting it like almost instantly. Thank you, Luigi Star. I'm just banning people that are becoming more and more annoying, so you can do a couple jokes here and there, but if you're only going to be commenting in chat about kind of gross stuff, I might ban you, so... So yeah, you can kind of get an idea of what that looks like. We're going to go over it again. But so far, it looks actually halfway decent. We are getting, like, overwhelming support in chat, by the way. There's a couple mean people. But we crashed the ban hammer on them. So what are we doing next? Are we doing his face?
No, I'm going to do shirt and belt and leggings.
Alright, so we're gonna do his shirt, belt, and leggings next. I think they're more tights than leggings. I don't want to call them leggings. Oh man, his leggings. I'm not gonna hear the end of that. So Jessica asked how long it takes us on average to complete a custom figure. It really depends. The Fierce Deity Link that we did took 3.5, maybe 4 hours to do. The Samus one was super, super difficult to do because of just how tiny it was. What was that, 2 hours? 2.5?
I don't think the Samus was that difficult. Peach was really easy.
Yeah, Peach took like 40 minutes. What did Mario take? Mario was over an hour. I think Mario was like 2 hours. So the Mario we did was 2 hours, and then the Mr. L went really quick. That was about 1 hour and 45 minutes. So yeah, it depends on what we're doing. So Toon Link he's chubbier. So his feet, I guess you can call him chubbier. He's a cartoon. So it's easier to paint some of the tinier features on him compared to like the full-blown Link one that we did. What? Oh yeah, that's fine. So somebody asked, are we going to paint his sword black? I don't think we're going to paint his sword black. we'll kind of see how it turns out. But I think we're going to keep his Master Sword intact. Yeah, the Peach one wasn't difficult. I saw a couple people do a Daisy custom Peach amiibo, which was really neat. And that one takes a lot more time and effort, obviously. So now, yeah, we're getting a start on his undershirt. So yeah, that was the first. You might know if you follow me on Twitter. I made a template for making like fake amiibo boxes, like a Photoshop template. The first one we ever did was a fake little Reggie amiibo. So that was fun. I'd buy a Reggie amiibo. So we use acrylic paint. I'm sure there's a better paint to use. So there's better painters in chat than we are right now. They might answer your questions a little bit better, Cyberwing. No, I'm not saying we're terrible painters. We are not professional painters. Yeah, so we have a Mario figure and a Goomba kind of chilling in the background. Those are from a Bandai collection. So, yeah, they're nice. They're like fully like articulated. So yeah, it's good stuff. So anybody here lucky enough to get a Majora's Mask new 3DS pre-ordered? I ended up getting one. I actually I got in my car when I heard that you could order them in store, and I got one ordered like 10 minutes before they took pre-orders down. So. So Deku Leaf, you think Phantom Hourglass is going to be remade? I don't know. Maybe. I could see them going in maybe a different direction, but I'd buy it again. I mean, if it's Zelda related, I'd buy it. So somebody said that we should be using like 00, so 00 brushes. We don't know a massive amount about this. We're just using very, very tiny, fine brushes for this. I'm sure you could use any brush you want, but I'd really look into this first. We kind of just dove in. So do a little bit of research on the best like way to paint like models. If you know anybody that does like model railroad paintings, they probably know all about this. But yeah, we're getting there. So we're about halfway done with his shirt. So is anybody like the New York area right now? Oh, hang on. I twisted the camera. I'm curious to see just how bad the weather is. Oh, did it again. There we go. Yeah. We were having some camera difficulties here. Yeah, let me see if I can. I have tape. Somewhere. There, that's fine. Backing it up. We need to invest in some sort of like camera stand for this thing. See, I'm curious to see just how bad the weather is. I saw on like CNN.com that they were saying it was like they were expecting like 3 feet of snow. Oh man, I wish I was in California. So, Amiibo News is located in, so we know a thing or two about very bad weather. So yeah, I use Amiibo all the time. I use them for Hyrule Warriors. I got like a really cool spinner for the Link one I used. That's like extremely, extremely overpowered. I think I got like a level 5 like Triforce spinner, which is absolutely insane to use in the game. But yeah, I use them. I use them in Mario Kart, Hyrule Warriors. I'll pick one up for Captain Toad, and then I use them in Smash. My level 50s right now, my Fierce Deity Link is 50, my Samus is 50, and my Mario is 50. So I'm in the Milwaukee area, so southeastern Wisconsin. So I think we need to get some new music in here. Doesn't have to be Zelda music. Let's keep it Nintendo though. So if you guys have any suggestions, remixes, genres, not Summer of '69, let me know. Oh man. Is that a school bus tipped over? 3 kids died? That's sad. That's the downer moment of the night. So yeah, I think Amiibo support is very, very underused. Maybe a sandbox game's in order, that'd be neat. Alright. I'll put on some Mario Kart 8 music. So yeah, the last time I played Mario Kart 8 music in a live stream, that's the CD that, or that's the music that got my account flagged. But I don't really give a crap. So yeah, it's coming along still. On the belt right now. The nice thing about using these paints, they're pretty thin, so a lot of like the tiny little details still show through when we paint over it, so that's nice. So his belt has a really nice texture to it, and this paint doesn't like overlap that. Back to Amiibo support in games. I mean, I'm guessing a sandbox game is going to come out at some point where you can use your Amiibo like Disney Infinity or Skylanders. I'm really cautious to say they should do something like if you scan something in, you get an item, like in the new Zelda game coming out. If you scan like a heart card in, you get you get an extra heart. I'd be pretty much against that. So I don't know. I'm not sure what I want from the next batch of Amiibo support. So, honestly, somebody asked how we get the paint so smooth. Sometimes we don't get the paint that smooth. Thinning your paints out is a good option. and then obviously not rushing it. If you rush it and you put too many coats on too quickly, you're gonna get like bumpy paints. So that's one of the reasons I'm not allowed to paint anymore, because I am not a patient man. So somebody said that they would flip their lid if somebody like came in the room and announced Wave 4. So we have Reggie in our kitchen right now making a sandwich. Reggie, make the announcement. He's still making a sandwich, so he might come in and announce it. I don't know if he's going to come on camera. He's a personal friend. Nintendo Land 2. That is the best idea I heard for Amiibo support. That would be great. I mean, nothing like too complicated mini game like that. I'd be all about that. Hey, that's okay. If they announced Wave 4 was available to pre-order right now, I'd probably like shut the stream down and run as quickly as I could to get them pre-ordered. So yeah, don't worry about that. So where are we with it? Working on the tights. Getting them tights gray. So somebody said, do you think we can make it to 100 viewers? I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. That'd be cool though. So I'm just gonna take a moment to shamelessly plug what we do. I'm guessing most of you know who I am. I'm Jason. I run the website myamiibonews.com. Run the Twitter page Amiibo News, and then the Facebook page Amiibo News. So if you're new to us, welcome. I swear this is like only one of the things we do. We do unboxing videos, we do giveaways. Obviously, we report on Amiibo news and availability. If you're new to the channel, subscribe if you don't mind. We try to get as much content out as we can. So yeah, feel free to subscribe. Find us on Twitter. Again, it's twitter.com/Amiibo News, and then facebook.com/Amiibo News. That ends the shameless plug portion for this next 25-minute period. So somebody said if everybody tweets this link to the video, we could get over 100. Oh yeah, Evilas, thanks. Yeah. I'm not saying you have to do that, but if you want to do that, that'd be fine with me. So fun story, the first live stream we did, we had like 4 viewers, right? It was like 4? And we had like major issues. We had a really crappy camera, audio wasn't working, the stream was crap. Yeah, second one we did, we had like 30... The third is this the third? Yeah, it was like 60, and then yeah, now we're up. We're up almost at 90. So yeah, that's fun. I'll take that. 90 consecutive viewers. That's like more viewers. I was in Fiddler on the Roof in high school. That's like more viewers than that. It was like 25 people that came to that. I heard some people actually started getting their Shulk confirmations from GameStop. I have not gotten that yet. I'm not going to report on that until I have any kind of solid news on it, though. But apparently, some people on Twitter were saying that they were getting their Shulk confirmations already. So I got a pre-order card for everything in Wave 3 at Toys R Us. Toys R Us actually did a decent job of holding everything that I pre-ordered in the past. The guy there that works at least at my local Toys R Us fan himself, so he knows me and he knows that they need to be held. The good news is my Rosalina should be here tomorrow, so I'll do a video on that once I get it. I got it from Amazon France, by the way. Alright, yeah. We're going to swap out the music here. Let's do A Link Between Worlds. So I'm not sure if any of you are from the UK or not, but the UK just got an absolutely crazy like Club Nintendo reward of the A Link Between Worlds soundtrack, and I'm insanely jealous of that. So if anybody is in the UK and they want to give it to me, I'll take it. Phrasing. So if anybody went to Toys R Us in the past 30 days and bought 4 or more Amiibo, you can actually go back with your receipt and have them price match it. So the Toys R Us 4 for $44 deal is live right now, so yeah, Villager is kind of peeking up over Little Mac's head right now. Kind of just judging us all. Looking creepy. Yeah, Club Nintendo closing is... That's a sad point for me. I was a Club Nintendo member since the very first year they started it back in... I think it was 2006? And yeah, you can see that Mario hat that's like halfway. Now that Mario hat was the very, very first Club Nintendo reward that they did. I spent so much money to make sure that I was a platinum member to get that hat. I was a platinum member for every year except for like I think 1 year I missed it. So we have his tights, his belt, and his shirt gray. So we are getting very, very close to starting probably the hardest part of this entire process, which is going to be his face. And are we going to do his hair first, or no, his hair should be last. I wouldn't be overly concerned about your Meta Knight orders. I heard Best Buy canceled some of them, but if you haven't been canceled yet, I wouldn't be overly concerned about it. So we are in the process. I'm going to show what you're doing here. So we're getting the paints mixed in here right now. We're using just like a paper plate to get the paints on. So you're going to just see kind of a shot of Link just kind of sitting here for the time being. Let's get up. We have some work left. So we are still mixing those paints up right now. Yeah, Reggie is still making a sandwich right now. That guy likes a big sandwich. He's a big guy. His body needs that nourishment. All this talk about sandwiches, I kind of want my own sandwich. So, I'm not sure if this question was directed at me or not, but somebody asked me, what was my first thought when you saw the Amiibos? I was on a family vacation in Florida when they first announced the Amiibo. So that was at E3 last year. And I was watching E3 on my smartphone, like on the hotel couch. And I saw the Amiibo and I like lost my mind. I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. And I remember I looked over at my wife and I said, we are going to be spending so much money on these things. And I was right. Very right. But yeah, I picked up everything in Wave 1 on the first day. I still remember Marth was everywhere on the first day. So was Wii Fit Trainer and Villager. Nobody wanted him. So I'm actually kind of surprised just how scarce they are now. Good. So we're going to show you guys the paints. Enjoy the choo-choo train plate we got. Can you move your hand for a sec? Yeah, so these are the two colors we're going to be doing for the hair and the face.
No, that's not the hair.
Oh, which one is it?
This one is the face and hair.
So that's face. What's that one? Oh, that's one you already used. Face and hair.
Hand. No, no hair.
No hair.
Hand, hair.
Again, you see, I don't know what I'm doing.
This is
That's the shirt. Got it. Do you guys see why I'm not allowed to paint anymore? So we are doing the right now. So obviously the hands are going to be the same color as the face, so. We have the A Link Between Worlds soundtrack going right now. You know, I don't think there's a whole lot of purpose of having my desktop up right now. In fact, it's probably using my CPU like crazy anyway, so I'm just gonna pull that off. Yeah, there we go. So you'll get more of my my Amiibo collection in the background instead of seeing the desktop. My CPU is happy now. So yeah, this next part's probably going to be the most time-consuming piece of it, and that's going to be getting his face and his ears done. So, somebody asked who is Reggie. So, if you don't know, Reggie is the president of Nintendo America. He is a very outspoken man who kicks ass and takes names. This music is kind of like Got a lot of anxiety field stuff going with it. Feel some anxiety in my heart right now. So yeah, so like every, red, warm-blooded Amiibo fan, I love Reggie. I think he's great. You gotta though, I don't know how much he has to do with the scarcity of Amiibo and like the lack of like confirmed release dates. Other countries don't seem to have to mess with this kind of stuff, so I'm not overly enthusiastic about that part of it. So who's your thought on Wave 5? Who do you think the Wave 5 are going to be? So Zero Suit Samus is my main, so I'm hoping for a Zero Suit. Duck Hunt would be great. Bowser Jr. would be amazing. I'm not overly concerned about Lucario. I have him pre-ordered. So Rosalina I'm a bit concerned about. Target generally doesn't do the best job like keeping people from like rushing doors. So even if I get there early, I'm kind of concerned that there's going to be some jerk that's going to like storm the place and like grab all of them. So hopefully they'll do like a limit 1 or 2 per customer. So we are doing his ears right now, and we're starting on his face. So I saw somebody is going to paint Pit like Dark Pit, Dark Pit like Pit, which I think is a great idea. I saw some Toys R Us got some Little Mac Amiibo in just recently, like over the past couple days. So I saw some people posting pictures that they picked up Little Mac. I picked up my Little Mac from Toys R Us, but it was the day they came out. I'm gonna swap the music out for something a bit happier. Nah, not that. Some Mario Galaxy 2 music. Here we go. Here we go. I can do this. So I was quiet there for just a second. I don't know how much of this I don't think I'm not allowed to talk about it. In a couple days, I'm actually doing an interview for a talk show in Japan, which is actually kind of fun. They saw my room and my Nintendo collection, and they wanted to interview me for a show about Americans with big Nintendo collections. So I'm going to be doing that. So I'm just reading through some of the details of that interview, so that should be fun. But yeah, once I'm done shooting the interview, I'm doing the interview on, I think, February 2nd. I'll post like some excerpts about when it's going to air. They said it's going to be on Fuji TV in Japan, so that should be fun. I'm not gonna say what show yet. Trust me, when everything is said and done, I'll be posting it like on my Twitter page, and I'll be posting it on my website. So it should be fun though. Either way, I'm kind of a big fan of Japanese TV, so it's kind of funny that this happened. My wife and I went to Japan about 3 years ago. Was it 3? Almost 4. It was right after the big tsunami, so things were a little bit different. So fun that we're gonna be able to do that. Oh man, some Donkey Kong country music here. So yeah, the pretty sweet Deku Leaf. The Fireball is really nice. I think the Charizard amiibo is gonna have like the Fireball kind of like tail on it, so that's gonna be neat. So we're still working on the ears right now. So this is going to be the most difficult part of this whole process. Trying to get his face without like messing up anything like the other features. We already know that we're going to have to redo the mouth and the eyebrows. Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, we're not painting over the eyebrows. Even better. Still looking for some proper music for this. Oh, this will work. The Zelda 25th Anniversary Symphony. That's good stuff. So yeah, so sorry about the color inaccuracy. If somebody says like the skin color isn't perfect, so there's two pieces to it. Number one, I've said it a couple times. We are not trying to be like the absolute most professional amiibo painters here. We're doing it mostly for fun, and we have limited supplies as well. So yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I'll take it. Either way, though, you guys are entitled to your own opinion on the color accuracy of the skin. I also want to point out that the lighting in here really sucks. So that doesn't help. No, I think it's great. So USA Mario, I don't think is going to get controversy. They based it off of the Mario Golf tour, like for NES, like the costume that he wore in that. So again, we are at the part right now that is probably the most complex, and that's going to be the face. You have to have a steady hand for this, and I sure don't. So Zelda's amiibo stand, I think Erdress did a decent job covering the plastic. Link's, I don't know why they chose that, like, yellow that they picked for it. I think they wanted to make it gold, so it'd be like Triforce color, but honestly, I don't think they did a great job with that. The other ones I was okay with. Wii Fit Trainer's boot, maybe. But besides that. See you later, Deku. And another part of it too, we're trying not to necessarily match the Super Smash Bros. 4 look to this. The same thing we did with our Fierce Deity Link. So Fierce Deity Link does not look anything like his Smash Bros. 4 look. We wanted to base it off of the Majora's Mask. So for this one, we're kind of trying to base it as much off of the Nintendo 64 Dark Link. So you're not going to necessarily see the exact same colors that you would see in Smash Bros. Brawl or Smash Bros. 4. So yeah, for like Fierce Deity Link, we based it completely on Majora's Mask. So we had a couple people say that doesn't look anything like it, but we're purists. Majora's Mask. Everybody had a chance here to pre-order one of the limited editions for Majora's Mask, because that thing is going to be great. That Skull Kid figure. I think there was a first 4 figure with an amazing Dark Link figure like a couple years back. It sold out like almost instantly. Like had LED red light, like red eyes. That thing. We are. I keep saying we. It's mostly me. My wife inherited most of my collecting tendencies in my Zelda collections. But I collect practically anything Legend of Zelda. Figures specifically, I'm absolutely obsessed with Zelda figures. The new one that I just picked up today is just my absolute favorite. Cool. I was glad I was able to explain it a bit more of why we picked the colors we did. So we're getting down to it, though. We're getting down to the wire on this thing. If I had to guess, 20 to 30 more minutes. So we were actually going to do the purple one, the purple Link. My wife actually talked me out of it, so I'll call her Sarah from now on, so because that's my wife's name, it's Sarah. So Sarah talked me out of doing the purple one. She said, let's do this one. She thought the purple one would be way too easy, the stream would be over way too quick, and no one would really care about it. So kudos to her for sticking with the difficulty. I can do some Earthbound music. We'll do some Earthbound music. So, fun story. I just finished Earthbound. Was it a couple months? Yeah, it was. So, whatever. In terms of how long ago it was a couple months ago. Something like that. We played it for the very first time. I actually have a complete in-box copy of Earthbound, and I never played it. So I bought it from like a collector's standpoint. Great game. Creeped me out a little bit. I had some nightmares, but... The soundtrack is just nuts, though, too. Love the soundtrack. What's up, Dr. Snivy? Thanks for coming. If you are just joining us, we're at the very last portion of this, so we are at the hardest part of it, though. We are actually painting his face. But so far, it's coming along pretty good. Now, if anybody notices that Wave 4 pre-orders go up, just go ahead and shoot it out in chat. Because knowing me, it's going to go up during the stream, and I'm going to miss reporting on it. So we started the stream at about an hour and a half ago now. Deagle Leaf's back. What's up, man? So I'm going to go over everything, like the main part of what we're doing for those who just kind of joined us, because I know people are jumping in and out. No, I'm not expecting anybody to sit through an hour and a half of my boring voice. So we are using acrylic paints to paint Toon Link into Dark Link. As far as brush sizes go, I have no idea what we're using. They're tiny brushes. They get the job done. The voice you're hearing right now is not the voice of the painter. The painter is my wife, Sarah. She is much better at this than I am. I am terrible at painting. Mostly because I'm remarkably impatient. I think it's a genetic trait. I don't know how she puts up with me. Yeah, so a couple people have sat through all of this, and if you did, kudos. I appreciate that. My voice is actually getting to the point where it's starting to crack. I had some wine, and I'm completely wined out right now, so I might go get a glass of water at some point. Do you want anything to drink? So we have not started on the hair yet, but his hair is pretty poofy, so I don't think his hair is going to take an abundance of time. Let's take a quick look here. Look at it. He's looking creepy as hell. What's up, man? How you doing, buddy? So yeah, I think obviously Nintendo didn't plan it this way, but I don't think they used time to put those figures in the World Store with obviously how bad the weather is. I am nowhere near New York. I would love to have those figures today, though. To be honest with you, I'm actually most concerned about getting my Shulk Amiibo. I hope it does come out on the 1st. But I'm becoming more and more skeptical that's going to happen. So somebody said we should start a business painting and selling. I can't paint for crap, so my wife would have to do all of it. So Sarah would have to do all of it. I don't think she'd want to do that. That's number one. Number two, we're not the greatest Amiibo painters on the planet. we're in no way professional amiibo painters. There's a guy in here right now that is. He does this kind of painting like for a living, and he's outstanding. So if you want to buy an amiibo from somebody, he is the one to buy it from. And look at me not giving you his name. It's Evil Loss. Actually, I posted something. If you're new to the stream, I said this probably about an hour ago, but I posted his Samus amiibo that he did a couple days ago. It was just outstanding. It kind of looked like the universe was on it. Actually, I ended up picking one up from him, so I'm going to be showing that on the on a video shortly once I receive that. So he is the guy to talk to. So how much would a painted amiibo cost technically? Depends on what you want to charge for your time. The paint is cheap. It's super cheap, guys. The paints we use. We use acrylics, like I said before, and you can get a color of acrylic paint for $1. You get a brush for $1. So if you want to do this for fun, and that's why we do most of this, you could probably get started less than $5. Obviously a lot of time. So that being said, for a really, really good custom amiibo, probably 2.5, 3 hours of like solid painting, so you're gonna have to pay somebody. I don't think we're gonna be selling these guys. However, we may give one away. That's a whole nother story, giving them away. So we still got Earthbound going on in the back. So we're about 10 minutes into the Earthbound soundtrack. We could probably switch it up again. Anybody have any ideas? There's like a 30 to 45 second. I'll wait for some suggestions. But like I said, we're kind of down to the home stretch here with this guy. Surfing Pikachu would be fun. Oh man, that'd be great. I wonder how we would do that. I think the biggest undertaking is going to be the Captain Toad amiibo we're doing. So I don't know if we're going to put ourselves through doing a live stream for the Captain Toad amiibo. I think it would just... there'd be way too much pressure to get it right. Yeah, Mario RPG. That's another good one. We'll put that on. One thing I now is I have not had to watch one ad on YouTube yet for all the music we've streamed, so I'm pretty stoked about that. So I'm guessing the stream is going to be probably another 15 minutes, guys. We are at the home stretch on this bad boy. So somebody asked about the custom Peach that we did. They were concerned about the gold on her dress and how we handled that. We handled it in the most... in the easiest way possible. We painted over it. There was gold on her dress. You can see it up there, like that pattern. We painted right over it. We didn't care. It's probably not the answer you were looking for, but that's what we did. Turned out good still. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for the compliment, Evilas. That hair's coming along mighty fine. Oh man, Alex Rodriguez, you got one too. That's awesome. Like I said, that amazing, amazing custom amiibo work. You gotta plug your stuff, man. I've seen so much stuff from his webpage. So Evilas. I keep wanting to call you Evil OS. I don't know why. I keep thinking of like this evil operating system that wants to take over the world. So that's like, it's ingrained in my head. That's what you're called. This is good. This is good, engaging music. So yeah, follow him on Instagram, guys, and on Twitter too, for that matter. It's at EVILOS. EVILOS, guys. I was actually looking at some of your Disney Infinity figures that you were doing, and was kind of blown away by those too. So, but yeah, all the amiibo that like the boxes you see behind you are every amiibo that's been released so far, including a couple from Wave 3. So. I'm gonna just lift the camera up to show you guys those. My Nintendo powers. Issue 1 and the last issue. But yeah, those are them. I am running out of room very, very quickly for my amiibos. Or maybe my amiibo. I don't know. What's the general consensus, guys? Is it amiibo or amiibos? I've been just saying plural is amiibo. Like a buffalo. Looking good. So for this stream, we're not touching his sword. We're not touching his shield. We're going to keep those the way they are. So in a couple minutes when it's done, I'm going to put this bad boy on a spinner, and we're going to spin him around. You can see a 360 of him. Tomorrow, I'm not sure when tomorrow. Maybe it might even be Wednesday. I'm going to post the speed painting of this. So if you're curious to see this whole thing done in like 2 minutes, you can watch that. See, this is, again... I'm putting on some Mario 3 music. There we go. Yeah, it's my jam right there. I remember playing this in my bedroom when I was like 8 years old. Yeah, my wife's name is Sarah, by the way. She is the silent type. She'll probably tell you that I do all the talking for both of us, so. So, alright guys, we are in the last like 2 minutes of this, guys, so more than 2 minutes. I spoke too soon. Do you see what I mean? I rush things, guys. I rush things. I don't mean to rush things, but I do. People are asking for you to say something. Do you want to say hi?
Hello.
Did you hear that? Hang on.
I'm very soft-spoken.
She's very soft-spoken.
You want me to say hi?
Yeah, just say hi.
Hello.
There she is. She is a bona fide girl. No, they knew you were a girl. Oh, dude, a Bayonetta custom for Zero Suit Samus would be an absolute insane undertaking, but I like that. That's awesome. Dez is in chat. Okay, guys, don't take your pitchforks out yet for Desiree. We know her. It's fine. I could totally see the pitchforks coming out. Somebody, dude, Sarah, you have fans. People are saying they love you. Yeah, Reddit's a good way to get pretty much any kind of news like this out. But yeah, we're at the home stretch on this, guys. You have stayed with us. Some of you have stayed with us for over an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes. This thing has come so far. Kind of give you an idea of where it started. Oops, we have the Toon Link up there on the shelf. There he is there. Do you have any more to do? So we're going to do the final details on this now. But yeah, thank you for staying with us for as long as you have. So we're going to be using a fine tip marker for the mouth. The mouth is super, super thin, so we really don't have a lot of options on that. So let's take a quick survey here real quick. If you were to have us do any custom amiibo for Series 3, heck, even Series 4, what do you want to see us paint? I wouldn't mind doing a Bowser at some point. I mean, Bowser is super, super beefy. I'm just gonna shove him in there real quick. What's up? So Bowser would be fun to paint. I'd consider it. But yeah, I'm curious to see what you guys think. So for those of you that said you came into this late, I'm going to be posting a speed painting of this either tomorrow or Wednesday. It's going to be a busy week for the site. We have an interview to get up, so that's going to be fun. Then we have some general site maintenance too, so it might be Wednesday. Right after this live stream, though, we're going to have a recording of this entire 2-hour event up on our YouTube page. So if you want to check it out there, you can. Oh, Pajama Ness. That's a great idea. That's one that I never even considered. So somebody said I should do a Pajama Ness. That's actually a really good idea. I'm pretty sure in the Japanese version of Earthbound, though, there was a scene when he's in the dreamland and he's wearing his pajamas. I think the Japanese version of it, he was totally naked. So someone's going to do a naked Ness at some point, and that's going to be creepy. But the Pajama Ness, that's a great idea. I like that. So, I don't want to open my villager up to do anything with it at this point, so I'm probably not going to. Unless they decide to, like, open the floodgates and get more in. Totoro Pikachu is another amazing idea. Somebody did one. Somebody did a Totoro Pikachu amiibo. It wasn't that great, but someone did it. We're kind of diving into the territory of clay. Like putting a suit on Pikachu. Same thing with Little Mac. Somebody did like the pink coat for Little Mac. Sarah, what do you think? Do you think you could do clay? So Sarah does cupcakes and cake pops. She's nuts. At some point, I'm going to post it on my Twitter feed, some of the cake pops and cupcakes she did. Are you going to ever... Do you think you're ever going to do those Nintendo shell cupcake or cake pops? So we might be doing some Nintendo, like, turtle shell cake pops. And if we do that, I'll post that on the Twitter feed. Yeah, if you guys have customs of your own, I'm actually going to be doing a video on our YouTube channel pretty soon of like the best customs I've seen. So obviously I'll ask your permission before I put it in the video. So if you have any custom amiibo you've done on your own or any that you think are just exceptionally cool, hit me up on Twitter. It's at Amiibo News. Throw me a link to it. Send me a picture. Whole 9 yards. I mean, I'll take a look at it for sure. So yeah, Luigi Star, we're pretty close. We're doing some of the minor touch-ups right now. Just a kind of word of warning. If you're sticking around, thinking it's gonna look like dramatically different than what it does right now, you're probably gonna be mistaken. More of the finer details are being done right now, but I'm thinking in like 5 minutes we're gonna do a quick spin of it. Yep, we're at the last part right now, guys. So, before we do the spin and we end the evening, I just want to get a couple more plugs out here real quick. If you haven't already, Evilas, he's in chat right now. He's been gracious enough to talk to most of you about like the custom amiibo process. He is worlds better than I am at this whole custom thing. Check him out. He's on Instagram. He is on Twitter. It's at Evilas, Evilos. Check him out. If you're new to the channel, thanks for joining us for this 2-hour adventure. If you like anything that you're seeing right now, by all means, subscribe to this channel. I mean, we do things like this pretty frequently. So we do giveaways, we have news shows, custom Amiibo painting, unboxings, you name it. Anything Amiibo, we do it. Hit the subscribe button and you can see more of it. We're on Twitter, we are on Instagram, and we have a new website launched, which is My Amiibo News. But yeah, on Instagram, we're Amiibo News. On Twitter, we're Amiibo News. On Facebook, we're... Our website is My Amiibo News because some jackass bought Amiibo News from under me, so... And I also want to just one more shout out to Sarah. She is outstanding at this. We both started this just recently. She does outstanding work with baking cake pops, cupcakes, cakes, and she is doing a bang up job on these custom Amiibos that we have done. So I think we are just about to wrap it. So stand by. I'm gonna get out our spinner. Oh, we're doing the mouth again. I'm jumping the gun. One more minute. I'm fast forwarding through that song. Man, that was a little anxiety driven music right there. They're not, honestly though, I'm guessing that they're not going to be able to see that fantastically anyway, the mouth portion of it. So, if you don't know already, and if you've joined us before on any of these live Amiibo paintings, the spinner that we use is not complex. It is honestly a CD jewel case spinner. It is the cheapest way to go, so I'm going to set him there. And we're going to take him for a spin. Look at him go. Oh man, I thought he was going to stop at 1. No, he's taken 2 laps. Oh, he's going back the other way now. This is crazy. But there he is, guys. That is our Dark Toon Link, Shadow Toon Link, whatever you want to call him. We had a great time doing this. We appreciate you guys stepping in and, having a nice chat about Amiibos. Again, thank you to Evilas for coming into the chat and talking about his customs that he's doing. Last plug again, check us out at myamiibonews.com. We have an interview with Evilas the next day. So we got a lot of cool stuff from him, so we're going to be posting that tomorrow. So check us out there, and we're going to close things out for the night. Sarah, you have anything to say?
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. We got something. So that's it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and shut the stream down. We're going to be doing probably our next when more of Wave 3 comes out, and obviously we'll keep you guys posted when that happens. So thanks a lot, guys. Have a good night.